How's it going, folks? It's Zacqhary here, and today I'm going to do some UU. I wanted to build a team with Feraligatr, and so I built this team really quickly, played one battle with it to test it out, 6-0'd my opponent, and said, good enough. So hopefully the team doesn't suck. I built it really quickly, so it might not perform as well as I would like, but it's good enough, and I like Feraligatr, Mega Sceptile, and Arcanine, so the team is at least fun for me. So, first opponent has a Mega Aggron and Florges, which are fat. Most likely Mega Aggron anyway. And Haxorus, which is scary. A good lead might be Arcanine, or just Mamoswine. I don't really want to lead off against the Entei, but I'll go with Mamoswine. And he leads with Ampharos, so this is a good lead matchup for me. I will just go straight for the Earthquake. He has nothing that wants to take it. Actually, he's really weak to ground. Ampharos, Tentacruel, Entei, and Aggron all get destroyed. So he'll probably switch into Florges because it's the only thing he really has to take this hit. Oh, and he goes into Haxorus instead, which I can easily pick off with an Ice Shard now. So yeah, his team is incredibly weak to ground. Yeah, that's another thing about my team. Since I built it so quickly, I'm not sure if there are any blaring weaknesses. If there are very obvious weaknesses, hopefully I just don't encounter them. The only thing he really has to take on Mamoswine would be, I was thinking Entei or Tentacruel, but I'm not really sure what this Entei is going to do to me. I could just stay in an Earthquake. He's probably banded though, which means he'll probably take me out, so I should just go into my Arcanine. I am physically defensive Arcanine with Intimidate, so I don't have Flash Fire, but I will be able to take this on. And he went for Iron Head anyway, so that's really good for me. I'm just going to... I can't really do much back to this Entei, but not much of his team really wants to take Flare Blitz, so I might as well Flare Blitz. Seeing as Will-O-Wisp obviously won't connect if he does stay in. I highly doubt he'll stay in though, so maybe I should just Will-O-Wisp. But if he switches, Will-O-Wisp and Flare Blitz are pretty comparable choices. I'll just go for Will-O-Wisp. I really doubt he'll stay in. He did take Life Orb damage, so he's not banded, but it's still unlikely that he can really do anything to my Arcanine. I actually really like physically defensive Arcanine. It's a little odd. It's not the bulkiest physical wall, obviously, but I really like it. Here, I'm not sure what he's gonna do. He might set up rocks. He's burned, so it's probably safe to go into Espeon to try and prevent rocks anyway, if he does have them. But he goes right for Head Smash, and that does so much damage. I think I'm just gonna go back into Arcanine, maybe. That kind of sucks that he's offensive like that. So he's not Mega Aggron, which I don't know. He might be Rock Polish, but at this point he's burned, so Rock Polishing won't really help him. I think I'll just Morning Sun, maybe? Am I faster? No, he should... have very little speed, but I still will be faster than him, so I might as well Flare Blitz, and then Morning Sun on the next turn. But he doesn't stay in. The Tentacruel takes that really well. It's probably really bulky, which is expected. And here, I don't want to take a Scald, so I'll just go into Espeon, I guess. It doesn't look like Espeon will be able to do much since it took that head smash, and I do get to bounce back the Toxic Spikes. I was thinking that he would either go for the Scald or the Toxic Spikes. And here I think I can start Calm Minding because the Tentacruel can't really do anything to me, and I should outspeed everything on his team, since his Entei is not scarfed or anything like that. He goes into Florges. I'm not sure what this can do to me. It can't Toxic me because of Magic Bounce. I think he just switched into this to take the hit because it's probably pretty specially defensive, or pretty specially bulky anyway. But I really don't see what this thing could do to me. Yeah, he just goes for Moonblast, which won't do hardly anything. See, I really should I do outspeed everything on his team. I think I can just sit and Calm Mind up. He'll probably hope for the drops with Moonblast, but even if he gets the drops, it won't matter too much. He needs to crit multiple times in order to break through my Espeon. And I might actually just sweep with Espeon. Normally what I would try to do is Baton Pass out into the Mega Sceptile, but looking at his team, it really won't be necessary. Stored Power should be able to take out pretty much everything. The Aggron is offensive, so it shouldn't be too bulky. And see, he got the drop there, but I can just keep Calm Minding up, so without getting multiple crits, the drops really won't matter. You get him twice in a row, though, which is kind of annoying. Maybe I should just Baton Pass out into Sceptile. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do here. I don't have Substitute on Espeon because I don't want to be caught with no attack. So I have Substitute on Sceptile instead, but I hardly use it. And maybe I shouldn't Mega Evolve. I'm not sure how much this will do. Actually, I should just sub without Mega Evolving. And he didn't even break my sub. So here I'm just going to Mega Evolve and go for Giga Drain. I don't think this will OHKO because Florges is super bulky. Yeah. But all he'll be able to... Oh, he didn't even break my sub. So that must be Hidden Power Fire then, because it was super effective before I Mega Evolved, but not afterward. I was thinking it was Ice, and that it would definitely break the sub after I Mega Evolved. But this is essentially what the team does. I either try to win with Dragon Dancing Feraligatr, or with a Mega Sceptile that has like almost 6 Calm Minds plus a sub. And I'm pretty sure Dragon Pulse, if he has Liquid Ooze, I don't want to Giga Drain, but it doesn't really matter because I should just sweep from here. But yeah, this is the same thing that happened when I tried out this team previously. I just boosted up and Baton Passed out to Mega Sceptile, which I didn't really expect to work that well with this team. He probably should have gone into the Entei before going into Tentacruel. I don't know if he expected to live a hit or not, but he could have at least broken the sub and potentially tried to live a hit with something else. I think I'm just going to Dragon Pulse here. It's stronger, and I'm at full health anyway, and yeah, it knocks him out. So yeah, like I said, the team may not be the best, but it's definitely fun. And I could Leaf Storm to show off, but if I miss, I'll look like an idiot, so no need. GG. He left, but still. So let's try to find another one. And it would be nice to get a game that's a little closer, but it's still fun to see Mega Sceptile with like 6 Calm Minds and a sub rip through a team. And it looks like he has Sticky Web with setup mons like Cloyster and Slurpuff to set up Shell Smash and Belly Drum. He'll probably lead with either Mienshao or Galvantula to try and either set up the Sticky Web or just U-turn out with Mienshao. So I might lead with Arcanine then. It has a good matchup against both of those. He might also be Dragon Dance Kingdra, or he could be the Focus Energy set. It looks like he really just has Sticky Web and multiple setup mons. And since he likely has Sticky Web, it's probably the Focus Energy set and not the Dragon Dance set, now that I think about it. So this lead did not go as I expected it to. And I guess the weakness of this team is I don't really have a switch in to water types for the most part. I can probably switch into Heracross, but I don't want to get burned. It doesn't look like Heracross can really sweep without breaking apart his team beforehand. So I think I'll go into Heracross. That was just a really poor lead for me. I really thought he would lead with either Galvantula to get up Sticky Web, or with Mienshao just because Mienshao is generally a good lead. And he is the Focus Energy set, which is slightly bad for me, but hopefully... Well, I could knock off, but it's unlikely that I live... knocking off only brings down his crit chance by a little bit, and it would probably be more beneficial for me to just get off as much damage as possible and let my Heracross go down here and go into Sceptile to revenge kill. Might as well get the Mega Evolution off, just so that I have the Lightning Rod ability to deal with Galvantula. And unfortunately, I had to lose my Heracross in that exchange. Heracross is my Scarfer on this team, and Heracross is also another possible endgame sweeper with Scarf Moxie. Galvantula is probably just going to Bug Buzz or Sticky Web here. So I'll probably just switch into Arcanine. If he Bug Buzzes, that's good for me. If he goes for the Sticky Web, then he'll probably just switch out on the following turn. He does go for the Sticky Web, which is a bit unfortunate. I don't have a way to get rid of it. I could have gone into Espeon, but I didn't want to risk the Bug Buzz. Here I'll just go for Flare Blitz. If he goes into Cloyster, it's not too bad for me. If he goes into Cloyster, I might just... Oh, he goes into Virizion, which almost dies. And I can just Extreme Speed to pick it off. I don't want to take a close combat. Yeah, he probably has a setup Virizion too. It seems like he just has Sticky Web plus 5 possible setup mons, because I think... Well, Mienshao gets Calm Mind, but that's highly unlikely. Here I can probably just sack Espeon. I really don't see the opportunity to set up on anything. So I probably should have tried to sack it earlier to avoid letting the sticky web get set up. If he has knockoff, he'll go for it. Doesn't much matter though. I'll just go for the stored power. It won't really do anything. Yeah, and he just knocks me out with the U-turn. Ooh, Galvantula. I guess I should just go into Arcanine. He'll probably be able to knock me out with a Thunder though, which is annoying. So maybe I should just Extreme Speed to get off damage here. Because I don't think I'll live a Thunder. I know I won't live a Thunder, really, because the Volt Switch earlier did so much damage. But he misses! Oh, and I could have Flare Blitzed. I mean, that's still good for me because I get off another Extreme Speed, but if I had gone for Flare Blitz banking off the miss, I would have knocked him out. Yeah, and the Thunder does definitely knock me out. But I can easily pick this off with an Ice Shard. But unfortunately, letting that sticky web get set up really just hindered my team, especially after losing Scarf Heracross. That is one weakness that I was aware of with this team, is that I don't have a Rapid Spinner or Defogger. I just rely on Espeon dealing with hazards. For the most part, entry hazards don't bother my team too much, but Sticky Web is a bit of an issue. He'll probably just fake out here, so it doesn't really matter what I do. Yeah, he just fakes out. And he misses the high jump kick, which is good for me. Okay. I really wasn't sure if there was going to be any way that I could win. Yeah, oh damn is right. I mean, it does suck for him, but that's, you know, it's part of the game. I really wasn't sure if there was anything that I could do to win at this point. I should outspeed him, so here I should just Earthquake. I'm assuming this is Belly Drum. It could be Calm Mind, but Belly Drum is more likely with his team. Yeah, see, there's the Citrus Berry. And now he outspeeds me, but he didn't get the attack boosts off, so I don't... And he forfeits. I think he still had a chance, although I'm not sure what his Cloyster set was. So, I mean, sorry, guy, that you missed your high jump kick, but it's part of the game. And I'll try to get one more battle in. Those two were pretty long, mostly because during the sweep the guy didn't forfeit, he just kind of prolonged the battle. And load, come on. Come on, please. There we go. And he has... My opponent has a pretty... Why does he have a Drifloon? Okay, so other than the Drifloon, my opponent has a relatively scary team with Kyurem, Absol, and potentially a setup Drapion. I'm not really sure why he has a Drifloon, but that's interesting. It looks like my best lead will be Mamoswine, for sure. It doesn't match up too well against the Kyurem, but it matches up pretty well against everything else. I won't have the opportunity to Will-O-Wisp freely with my Arcanine because the Absol is likely Mega Absol. Yeah, what is this? I'm just gonna Ice Shard. Yeah, he's Sash, but I'm not sure... Shadow Ball. Okay. I don't understand the purpose of the Drifloon on his team. It's unfortunate that he got the special defense drop, but it doesn't really matter. It would be nice to have gotten up Stealth Rock there, especially before his Mega Absol, or before his Absol got the opportunity to Mega Evolve. But he has two potential Defoggers in Golbat and Empoleon, so I didn't think it was necessarily worth it. It would have been helpful against the Kyurem and the Golbat, but since I had already broken the Drifloon Sash, which is probably what makes it some decent gimmicky set, it just didn't seem worth it. And here I knock out the Absol because he probably expected me to either Stealth Rock or switch out. I'm not sure if Sucker Punch... I don't know why he didn't go for Sucker Punch, really, but here I can just Icicle Crash. The Golbat could potentially... Yeah, it eats that up pretty well, but it just goes for the Roost. I'm just going to go up my rocks. He'll probably Roost again, so it won't really be worth it to Icicle Crash again and just lose more health with the Life Orb. Oh, he goes for Toxic. I expected him to Roost, because if I had Icicle Crashed and then Ice Sharded, I could have taken him out. And here I'm hopefully forcing him to Defog, although he might just Roost until my Mamoswine dies. But if I get a flinch with Icicle Crash, or it just knocks him out with a higher roll. Wow, that was a significant difference in roll from 70 to 80%. He probably was expecting to live that pretty easily, but like I said, if I had gotten a flinch, I would have been able to knock him out anyway. Here, he likely outspeeds me, but I don't want him to Swords Dance for free, so I'm just going to Earthquake because it's a slightly safer option. And he doesn't actually outspeed me, which means I'm able to take out his Drapion. And his last two die to Heracross. So that was an unusual game for me. I mean, I did have Mamoswine on this team because it really is, you know, something that can tear through teams if they're not prepared for it, or if they don't play around it well. I really expected the Mega Absol to just, oh, I get a crit. I'm not sure if that matters. Heracross is incredibly strong, so, and he forfeits, which is expected because there was really nothing he could do. So that was odd from my opponent's part. He could have played around the Mamoswine much better. I also expected his Drapion to outspeed because it looked like it was going to be more offensive based on his team. But still, an interesting game. And I really like this team. It's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, Feraligatr did absolutely nothing. I have yet to have a game with this team where Feraligatr does anything, which is a little unfortunate, but maybe I'll use the team again in the future, or maybe I'll use a different Feraligatr team that has a bigger focus on Feraligatr than on the other Mons. But next time I will be doing another tier with another quickly put together team, most likely. And that's all for today. Later.